it's Barbara at Imagine Soap Works. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how I'm making my first unscented soap this year. So what I did is I infused some chamomile flowers that I grew in my garden with some olive oil in a crock pot. And we did that for several hours to get the properties of the chamomile into the oil. And then I've combined that with cocoa butter and the other oils for this. And I am going to put some honey in it as well. So this will be a chamomile and honey soap. So we are going to begin. This will be a little noisy while we mix the oils together. Wow, you can really smell the chamomile in here. This is great. Okay, when this comes to a light trace, I'm going to add the honey. Not quite yet. I do these on and off spurts, so it doesn't come to be a real thick trace right away. I want it to have a little bit of fluidity in the mold, but not too much because this one's not going to have color. So. Now this is taking a little longer than expected, probably because I'm soaping very cool. I think the lye water was 78 degrees when I started. Okay, that's at a very, very light trace. So I'm going to add the honey now. And with this honey, this is local honey that I got, and it's diluted with some water so that it incorporates into the soap better and it doesn't clump up. Sometimes it has a tendency to flow to the bottom of the mold and create some darker spots. So diluting it helps to avoid that. Okay, so for what we're going to do today with this, I do need it to come to a little bit of a thicker trace. I won't be adding fragrance or colors to this. Oh, well, I just messed it up. So now I can't do what I was going to do. Okay, I'm going to do it a different way now. I was only supposed to add honey to half the batch. Well, there's a mess up for you. So I'll pour half in here. I'm still going to do the separation technique. I just want to try that out. But both sides will be the same color. So I'm going to try what they call a pencil line technique. And this will be to sprinkle color in between the two layers of soap. And the color in this instance is going to be cocoa powder. hopefully that helps. Okay. Trying to get all those bubbles out before I pour. Okay, this is ready to pour. So if I had done this correctly, this would be the soap batter that I did not put the honey in. But since I put it in both of them, they'll both look the same, but it's still okay. So I am going to let that sit up for a minute. Because the beauty of it is you need to pour one soap over another, but I need to put the pencil line in between. Alright, well, let's see if that thickens up by the time we do this. Okay, so I'm just going to do very, very little. If you make this too thick, the pieces will not stick together, and then once you cut the soap, they'll break in half. So we're trying not to do that. So I want to do enough, and you know what I'm going to try to do here is switch this around. So let's do a little switcheroo. Okay, so you can see this a little bit better. So this is just cocoa powder, and I'm banging my arm slightly for it to come through the screen, because if I tap this, it would make really too much in one spot. So I'm trying to do it this way to control it a little bit better. But you want to get enough that's going to show, especially where both of these colors of soap are going to be the same color. So because we put the honey in both, you won't see any difference between the top and the bottom. Oh well, it'll still be beautiful. And this is a little bit more challenging than it looks. Jeez. Yeah, this takes an art all in its own to kind of do this. Okay, I'm not going to do any more because I do want the two loaves to, I don't know if you can see this good enough, but that's kind of, it's a little bit too much in a couple of spots, but what can you do? All right, let's see how thick this is. Wait one more minute for this to thicken up. All right, well, we're gonna go for it. So, what you want to do here is have a really wide spoon that you can pour the soap over. And then it shouldn't go deep into the mold and spoil it like it is going to right there. See, this is not working at all. Okay, that's a little bit better. I think it's a little too fluid to do this. Yeah, it's pushing the cocoa powder. Let me see if I can get at least. So it might be making a little bit of a swirl with it, which we don't really want it to do. So we'll need to let it set up a little bit more. Let me see if I spoon it then, if that would work better. Okay. Jeez, that took forever. Okay. If you're still watching, thank you. I know that took forever. But here we go. Let's do the rest of this now. Okay, and then there you have it. We'll have to wait and see how this comes out. Probably not going to be as we expected, but that's the beauty of it. It's different every time. I'll post a cut at this at the end of the video, okay? Have a great day. Thanks for watching.